I got into Capitol Reef National Park late in the afternoon, and I have to admit, I was disappointed. The weather was still wet and overcast. It still had its own beauty, but not like when I had been there years ago on a sunny day. So I decided to go see the petroglyphs that are found there. That was one thing I thought wouldn't be affected by the weather, and I could do that and hope for better weather tomorrow. To get to the petroglyphs, drive about a mile east of the visitor center to a marked parking lot and walk down the boardwalk to the viewing area. At first, I had a hard time spotting them, but once I saw them, it was hard not to see them. But to make it easy, I bring along some binoculars. Here are some pictures of the petroglyphs that I took with a telephoto lens. I've seen petroglyphs in different parts of Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. And I think it's amazing how the antelope-like animal looks the same in all these areas. I woke up the next morning to overcast weather. Needless to say, I was disappointed. I really thought I had the problem licked, what with all those candles I'd lit and the chickens I'd sacrificed. Well, the first thing I did was head over to Hickman Bridge Trail. This is a 2-mile round-trip hike. It's also probably the most popular hike in the park, so get there early if you want to get parking in the lot. Well, this is nice to know. There's a hiker in front of me. The gal happened to be from Germany and was here to see the 5 national parks in Utah. I believe that white formation there is called the Capitol Dome. Here's the trail a little farther up, and suddenly I realized that the sun had came out. I mean, it had came out in all its glory. Trust me, it didn't take me long to take off my raincoat and put on some sunglasses. What a wild change in the weather. The scenery along the trail was so beautiful that I almost forgot I was mostly walking uphill. Here's a puddle in the middle of the trail with a peak reflected in it, a reminder of all the rain that's fallen here in the last couple of days. Finally, after what, for my knees, seemed like a very long mile, I arrived at my destination, Hickman's Bridge. You can see that man below there. Once you get to the bridge, you're free to wander around as you like. This sandstone bridge stands 125 feet tall and is 133 feet long, but to me, it seemed a heck of a lot bigger. Do you see that white dot in the picture? That's the moon photobombing my shot. As I was about to head back, I noticed this rock formation right next to Hickman Bridge. I thought the formation was a spitting image of Half Dome in Yosemite. Can you see the resemblance? Or am I just crazy? Don't answer that. After getting back down to the trailhead, I headed over to the town of Torrey and the Wild Rabbit Cafe to get a bite to eat. Here's a picture of my sandwich. Was it delicious because I was so hungry, or was it delicious just because it was so damn good? After that, I headed back to Capitol Reef. I drove past the Pendleton barn and admired the scenery along the way. And then, suddenly I came to a screeching halt. And there it was, an endless line of cars parked along the road. That could mean only one thing. The park was serious about driving the Grand Wash Road after a rain. The road was closed to any kind of automobile traffic. And all that meant was, if I was going to get to the Grand Wash Trail, it looked like I was going to have to hoof it. Normally, if I had to walk an extra mile just to get to the trailhead, I'd be kind of put out. But I tell you, the day was so nice, and the scenery was so nice, it didn't even bother me. Here's a shot of a person on the road heading up to the trailhead. See that big cliff up ahead? Well, here it is again. I'm right underneath it and looking straight up. road is heading to that gap up ahead. Now I'm on the Grand Wash Trail. I hit a junction, could either go to the Cassidy Arch or the Narrows. I chose the Narrows because it was shorter and I was tired from this morning's hike to Hickman Bridge. Here I am in the Narrows. I've been in a lot more narrower canyons, but it was still pretty cool. Cool enough that I had to photobomb my own picture of the canyon. Okay, now I'm heading back to the trailhead. I'm passing under this great overhang that was in the Narrows. More scenery on the trail. The sun was still out as I got close to the entrance of the Grand Wash, but it looked like more rain in the distance. I'm driving the scenic road in Capitol Reef, heading back to the hotel in Torrey. Tomorrow, I'd head to the town of Hanksville to do some more sightseeing.